Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. This is your maths teacher Shweta Bajaj.
Now students, in our today's video, we are going to continue with the chapter number 1, Knowing Our Numbers. Before starting, subscribe my channel if not subscribed yet, and don't forget to share and like the video. And please mention your name, class and section in the comment box for attendance. Now students, in our previous video we did estimation, in which we learnt how to round off the given numbers to nearest tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and we have completed our exercise 1D. And in today's video we are going to discuss about the expanding of brackets. And in this we are going to study about the distributive property. And distributive property of multiplication over addition says that multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the products. For example, 5 multiplied by inside the bracket 7 plus 9 will be same as 5 multiplied by 7 plus 5 multiplied by 9. That means 5 distributes over 7 and 9. And on solving both the sides, we will get the same answer. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now distributive property can also be used over subtraction. For example, 2 multiplied by inside the bracket 10 minus 8 will be same as 2 multiplied by 10 minus 2 multiplied by 8. That means 2 distributes over 10 minus 8, and on solving left hand side and right hand side, the answer will come out to be same. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now let us do some questions based on it.
Now question number 1 of exercise 1E. A part says that is 54 multiplied by inside the bracket 100 minus 5 equal to 54 multiplied by 100 minus 54 multiplied by 5. So students, in this first of all we will solve 54 multiplied by inside the bracket 100 minus 5. And in this first of all we will solve the bracket, and on solving the bracket we will be having 54 multiplied by 95. Now on multiplying 54 by 95 we will get 5130. Now next we will solve 54 multiplied by 100 minus 54 multiplied by 5, and on multiplying 54 by 100 we will get 5400, then minus sign will be as it is, and 54 multiplied by 5 will gives us 270. Now on subtracting it we will get 5130. So from here what we will get? We will get 54 multiplied by inside the bracket 100 minus 5 is equals to 54 multiplied by 100 minus 54 multiplied by 5. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now next I have taken a C part of the same question, and it says that is 54 multiplied by 29 is equals to 54 multiplied by inside the bracket 20 plus 9 is equals to inside the bracket 50 plus 4 multiplied by 29. So students, here first of all we will solve this 54 multiplied by 29, and on multiplying it we will get 1566. Now next we will solve this 54 multiplied by inside the bracket 20 plus 9, and on this we will apply distributive property of multiplication over addition. That means 54 will be multiplied by 20 firstly, and then plus sign will come, then 54 will be multiplied by 9, and on multiplying 54 by 20 we will get 1080, then plus sign will come, and 54 multiplied by 9 will gives 486, and on adding them we will get 1566. Now in the last we will solve this inside the bracket 50 plus 4 multiplied by 29. Now students, here also we will apply distributive property of multiplication over addition. That means this 29 will be multiplied by 50, then plus sign will come, then 29 will be multiplied by 4. Now on multiplying 50 by 29 we will get 1450, then plus sign will come, 4 multiplied by 29 will gives 116, and on adding we will get 1566. So here you can see that in all the three cases 1566 is coming. So that means yes, all three are equal. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is question number 2, and question number 2 says that simplify by expanding the underlined number, and A part says that 109 multiplied by 23. So students, here 109 is underlined, so that means we have to expand this number, and 109 can be written as 100 plus 9. So 100 plus 9 inside the bracket will be multiplied by 23. Now we will apply distributive property on this, and on applying distributive property, what we will get, this 100 will be multiplied by 23, then plus sign will come, this 9 will be multiplied by 23. Now on multiplying 100 by 23 we will get 2300, then plus sign will come, 9 multiplied by 23 will gives 207, and on adding them we will get 2507 as an answer. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is D part of the same question, and in this we are having 24 multiplied by 209, and here 209 is underlined. So that means we have to expand this 209, and on expanding it we will get 24 multiplied by inside the bracket 200 plus 9. Now on this we will apply distributive property. That means 24 will be multiplied by 200, then plus sign will come, and 24 will be multiplied by 9. On multiplying 24 by 200 we will get 4800, then plus sign will come. On multiplying 24 by 9 we will get 216, and on adding them we will get 5016 as an answer. Hopefully it is also clear to you.
Next topic is Roman numerals. In India, people speak different languages and so use different regional numerals for writing numbers. But Romans used other symbols for writing numbers. They used only 7 basic symbols listed below. For 1, they used I. For 5, they used V. For 10, they used X. For 50, L. For 100, C. For 500, D. And for 1000, they used M. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now students, there are some rules for writing Roman numerals, and the first is there is no symbol or digit for 0. This system has no place value system. The digit or digits of lower value is or are placed after or before the digit of higher value. The value of digits of lower value is added to or subtracted from the value of digit of higher value. Now rule number 1 says that the Roman digits I, X and C are repeated up to 3 times in succession to form the numbers. A part, we know the value of I is 1, the value of X is 10 and the value of C is 100. The value of I, X and C can be added as I is equals to 1, so double I means 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Triple I means 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equals to 3. Now X stands for 10, that means X is equals to 10. So double X means 10 plus 10, that is equals to 20. Triple X means 10 plus 10 plus 10, that is equals to 30. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next it says that we cannot repeat the digits I, X and C more than 3 times. And it also says that the digits V, L and D cannot be repeated. The repetition of V, L and D is invalid in the formation of numbers. Hopefully it is clear to you? Now rule number 2 says that when a digit of lower value is written to the right or after a digit of higher value, the values of all the digits are added. For example, VI. Now you know that V stands for 5 and I stands for 1. So 5 plus 1 is equals to 6. So VI is equals to 6. Now see the second example. In the second example, we are having VII. Again students, you know that V stands for 5 and I stands for 1. But here I is written 2 times. So that means 5 plus 1 and it will gives you 7. So VII stands for 7. Now students, in the same way you can see other examples written below. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is rule 3, and rule 3 says that when a digit of lower value is written to the left or before a digit of higher value, then the value of the lower digit is subtracted from the value of the digit of higher value. For example, we are having IV. Now here I stands for 1 and V stands for 5. So IV means 5 minus 1 and 5 minus 1 will be equals to 4. So this means IV is equals to 4. Now students, you can observe the second example. In the second example, we are having IX and you know that I stands for 1 and X stands for 10. So this means IX is equals to 10 minus 1 and 10 minus 1 will gives us 9. Same way students, you can see the rest of the examples. Next is rule number 4, and it says that when a smaller symbol is placed between two larger symbols, it is always subtracted from the larger symbol immediately following it. For example, XIV. Now students, here you know that X stands for 10, I stands for 1 and V stands for 5. So here we can write it as 10 plus IV can be written as 5 minus 1. So 10 plus inside the bracket 5 minus 1, and on solving it we will get 10 plus 4 and 10 plus 4 will gives us 14. So XIV is equals to 14. Now students, see the next example. In the next example we are having CXC. Now you know that C stands for 100 and X stands for 10. Again C stands for 100. So for first C we will write down 100, then we will write down the plus sign, and for XC we will write down 100 minus 10, and on solving it we will get 100 plus 90, that is equals to 190. So this means CXC is equals to 190. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is rule number 5, and rule number 5 says that if a horizontal line is drawn over the symbols or digits of Roman numerals, then the value of the numerals becomes 1000 times. For example, suppose we are having XV and you know that XV means 15, but if I will draw horizontal line over XV, then it will become 15,000. Second example is CLV. Now CLV means 155, but if I will draw horizontal line over CLV, then it will be equals to 1,55,000. Hopefully it is also clear to you.
Now question number 1 of exercise 1F says that express each of the following as a Roman numeral, and A part says that 4. Now students, you know that 4 can be written as 5 minus 1, and since it is a case of subtraction, so in Roman numerals the smaller Roman numeral will come to the left of the biggest Roman numeral, and the symbol for 1 is I and the symbol of 5 is V. So 4 can be written as IV in Roman numeral. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is C part, and in C part we are having 15, and you know that 15 can be written as 10 plus 5, and in the Roman numerals 10 can be written as X and 5 can be written as V, And since it is a case of addition, and you know that in the case of addition, the smaller Roman numeral will be written to the right of the biggest Roman numeral. So 15 can be written as XV. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is E part, and E part says that 46, and 46 can be written as 40 plus 6, and this 40 can be written as 50 minus 10. Then plus sign will be as it is, and the 6 can be written as 5 plus 1. Now students, here it is a case of subtraction. So smaller Roman numeral will be written to the left of the biggest Roman numeral, and the Roman numeral for 50 is L and Roman numeral for 10 is X. So 50 minus 10 can be written as XL, and here we are having 5 plus 1. It is a case of addition, and you know that smallest Roman numeral will be written to the right of the biggest Roman numeral, and Roman numeral for 5 is V and Roman numeral for 1 is I. So 5 plus 1 will be written as VI. So 46 will be written as XLVI. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is G part, and in G part we are having 61, and you know that 61 can be written as 50 plus 10 plus 1. And students, you know that it is a case of addition, and in case of addition the smallest Roman numeral will be written to the right of the biggest Roman numeral. So here 50, the Roman numeral for 50 is L, Roman numeral for 10 is X, and the Roman numeral for 1 is I. So 61 can be written as LXI. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is question number 2, and question number 2 says that write each of the following as Hindu Arabic numeral, and A part says that XXVI. Now students, here you know that X stands for 10, and here X is 2 times, so we will write it as 10 plus 10, and V stands for 5, so here we will write plus 5, I stands for 1, here we will write plus 1, and on adding it we will get 26 as an answer. So that means XXVI stands for 26. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is C part. In C part we are having XLV. Now students, you know that X stands for 10, L stands for 50, and V stands for 5. And here if you will see, here smaller symbol, smaller Roman numeral is written to the left of the biggest Roman numeral. So this means it is a case of subtraction, that is 50 minus 10. Then plus sign will come, and you know that V stands for 5. So this 50 minus 10 will gives us 40, and this plus will be as it is, and we will write 5 as it is, and 40 plus 5 will gives 45 as an answer. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is E part. In E part we are having LXXV. Now you know that L stands for 50, X stands for 10, X stands for 10, and V stands for 5. So this means 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5, and on adding it we will get 75 as an answer. Hopefully it is also clear to you. Next is G part. In G part we are having XCVI. Now students, you know that X stands for 10, C stands for 100, and V stands for 5, I stands for 1. Now here if you will see the first two Roman numerals, the smallest Roman numeral is written to the left of the biggest Roman numeral. So here we will write 100 minus 10, then plus sign will come, and for V we are having 5, and for I we are having 1. Now 100 minus 10 will gives us 90, then plus sign as it is, 5 as it is, plus sign as it is, and 1 as it is, and 90 plus 5 plus 1 will gives 96 as an answer. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is I part. In I part we are having XLIX. Now see, here X stands for 10, L stands for 50, I stands for 1, and X stands for 10. So firstly observe these two symbols. Here the smallest symbol is written to the left of the bigger symbol. So this means it is a case of subtraction, that means 50 minus 10, then plus sign will come, And here also the smallest symbol is written to the left side of the biggest symbol. So this means 10 minus 1. Now on solving 50 minus 10 we will get 40. Then plus sign will be as it is, and 10 minus 1 will gives us 9. And 40 plus 9 is equals to 49. Hopefully it is also clear to you.
So students, with this our chapter number 1 is over. Now pause your video and note on your home task. And in your home task you have to do the remaining questions of exercise 1E and 1F. For any doubts or queries you can leave your message in the comment section. I hope you like the video. Thank you.